I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us united.
It's time to stand, fight. The time is now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Oe, and today I got a special show for everyone. It's a DCEU themed show. I'm going to be breaking down the Justice League Snyder Cut again. I'm going to be breaking that down. I'm going to be talking about the new Suicide Squad trailer that just came out this weekend, and also going to be talking about the new casting and the future of the DCEU in general. But like Batman in the Snyder Cut, I can't do this alone. And I'm used to being alone, you know? I'm an outcast, I'm a rebel, I'm a renegade, okay? I'm a lone wolf. But today I got a special guest. I got my cousin Chris, and he's going to help me through this. We're going to be talking about all things DCEU, so let's just get right into it. All right, so here he is, the man himself, my cousin Chris. He looks like he's been boosting shoes in a dark alleyway. He's my cousin Chris, aka the New Balance Collector, as you could tell from his freaking background. He's got a whole bunch of shoe boxes there. I'm pretty sure his girlfriend hates him, but what's up, Chris? How you doing?
Good, dude. Good. Yeah, my girlfriend does hate it, man. They're all empty, those shoe boxes anyways, so it's all right.
That's even worse. That's even
I
worse.
know, right?
All right, so we're going to be delving into Zack Snyder's Justice League and all the DC news that came out this week. This is a DCEU-themed show, so let's just get right into it. What are your thoughts of the DC universe so far, the cinematic universe?
I mean, dude, I'm a little biased towards DC, you know, ever since I was a kid. So I think it's like a lot of it's pretty awesome to see it on camera or, you know, in live action format, dude. I mean, come on, who would ever thought we'd see just Batman and Superman alone on the same screen, dude? Remember in I Am Legend? You remember that? And it had the poster.
It
Batman
did have that little
versus
Easter
Superman.
egg, and I think it was the same year, right? Like 2016, 2015?
Oh, honestly, I don't know what it said. I think I forgot what it said. I think it said 2013, but I could be wrong.
No, I
could
think
totally
it was the year it came out, like 2016. That's the crazy thing about it.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of stuff. I was watching a video on it today, like what was it, it was like 136 differences between, you know, Joss Whedon's Justice League and Zack Snyder's, and like there was so many just little nuances between the music playing during certain scenes.
Hold on, let me cut you off real fast. One thing, when you mentioned the music, I did love it, but it did get a little annoying. Did you notice every time Wonder Woman was on screen or did something cool, there was like, ah.
Yeah.
I loved it the first 15 times, and then it kind of went overkill with it, but you know.
Just imagine if they did that for every character. If they did like Batman's theme music, every scene for him, and then you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was a little overdone, a little over dramatic. I'll take it though.
Yeah, you're right about the music though. You're right about the music.
Yeah, dude. Just so many little nuances and differences. From my perspective, I think my favorite part, honestly, even though it was a little bit of him, like I think it's so cool to show like the main baddie, like you're pretty much getting Thanos' equivalent, but a lot more of him. You remember in the Avengers movie, they showed him. I know I'm going off track here, but they showed Thanos, but they just showed him what was it? They just showed him turning and just smiling or something. You remember that? What was that?
I think that he was. I think he was introduced. I don't know if he was introduced in the first Avengers. I think he was introduced in Age of Ultron. I think that was his first on screen. Yeah. Was it Age of Ultron?
We got a little glimpse of him, dude. And I don't think we even heard his voice. Like this is like full on dark side in his younger days. And then, you know, it teases you a little bit with that hologram version of him, whatever. And then it shows him. And that's how I remember him, dude, from when I was a kid watching the animated movies and the series and the way they handled like the Flash, like way better. You know, he was more fleshed out. You got to see more of his personality.
He wasn't talking about brunch. You remember that shitty scene?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, in the Joss Whedon version, I hate talking about this goddamn version, but the Joss Whedon version, he's like has an awkward sense of humor. I mean, he has a good sense of humor in this movie. His jokes are way more subtle. He didn't do anything cool either. He didn't have the time reverse scene like he did in the Snyder cut.
Nope.
That
He did
scene
save
was
the poor Russian family or whatever. Like,
no Russian family this time, and no Superman mustache either. No debacle with this whole Superman fiasco.
I can give you nightmares, man, if you look at that.
What were your thoughts on Superman this time around?
Dude, I thought it was badass because number one, it showed him actually dying in the beginning. So that's kind of cool, to recap. And then the suit, go back to the comics. He didn't have the long hair like in the comics. He has
The mullet?
his hair a little bit longer. Yeah, he's more clean cut. And I don't know if you talked about this in other review, but I thought it was kind of cool that WB or didn't let Zack Snyder. They did not want him to have that black and white suit, So what he did was he filmed it in the blue and red suit, the normal suit, but he changed the hue of the colors to be black and white, and he showed WB, and they went with it. They were cool with it. So I thought that was pretty cool.
He made the suit, like the way he filmed it, it would be easy to change it in post-production to whatever color he wanted. Yeah, I did hear about that. So that is an interesting fact. Actually, Zack Snyder's been on social media doing a lot of Q&As, and there's a lot of shit that WB did not want him to do. Like the Flash time reversal, WB didn't want that.
Nope, they did not want that.
I don't know who in the hell is in charge of WB, but get your head out of your own ass and let the man work. Like, granted, I don't agree with everything that he's doing with this universe, but it is his version, and I want to see his take. I mean, he already started with Man of Steel. Let the guy finish his vision. It's not my ideal vision of the Justice League, not by a long shot, but I do enjoy it and I do appreciate it. And for the most part,
credit, dude. Give him some credit. He did credit. Give credit where it's due. He did 300. That's fucking iconic. All right.
Dawn of the Dead, 2004, his first film.
Dude, that movie, like that opening scene. I don't know if you remember, but that opening scene alone was intense. All right. Watchmen. I know a lot of people don't like that. That movie. A little bit of a. But me personally, I think that movie is fucking awesome, especially like on the second and third viewing.
It's a good watch. The pacing's hard though. The pacing's all over the place, but it is a good movie. I like it.
But he has experience, dude, and he they should let him do his thing, man. I mean, obviously people are responding well to it, better than Whedon's version. Like this is what we should have got the first. Now it sucks because it left a lot of bad taste in people's mouths after watching the Whedon version. So
let's just get into like the whole history of this version getting out there. Obviously, with the unfortunate passing of Zack Snyder's daughter, he was forced to step away from the project.
R.I.P. Yep.
And WB took advantage of this whole situation, came back, got Joss Whedon, and mutilated his vision completely. I think they changed like 70% or switched something around in that sort of matter where it was just a completely different vibe. Just everything was so different about the movie. Granted, a lot of the major plot points kind of played out the same, like the whole resurrection of Superman, the whole defeating Steppenwolf, that all kind of played out the same.
Yep.
But just the added layers to it, I mean, you couldn't.
The whole tone is different though too.
The whole tone completely different.
The colors of the whole movie, the saturation of the colors, like it's a big difference, man.
Like a lot of scenes in the Whedon version felt cheap. Like that scene where Martha Kent, I mean, in the Snyder Cut version, you get the scene of Martha Kent talking with Lois Lane when you find out Martha Kent's Martian Manhunter. Yeah. Which I'm not a fan of Martian Manhunter at all in this movie, but that scene looked like a cinematic movie. Or flashback to the Joss Whedon version, that whole scene, the color tone and everything, it looked like they shot it in a day. It looked like they just came off the set of an NBC show or something. It looked terrible. But so much money was put in when Joss Whedon took over the reins of the movie. When Joss Whedon came in, they added an absurd amount of money for him to reshoot. And really, what did he do? I think like half of that budget went to...
He fucked it up. That's what he did, dude.
Yeah, you can look it up. I mean, I think a lot of it, removing Henry Cavill's mustache, $50 million. Like, adding all Flash's stupid jokes, fucking $30 million. Like, who knows how much money was wasted on the Whedon version?
Yeah. Who knows, man? Who knows? And they gave Snyder like $70 million to finish it up, too. So all in all, they spent a shit ton of money. Who thought we were going to get that, dude? When it first came out, or when it came out news that there was a Snyder cut, WB denied it, dude. They said that there's not a Snyder cut.
I mean, I wasn't part of the movement. Like, I wasn't like, on the front lines hashtagging, get his movie out there every day. But I believed it was out there because I just did not like the whole shift of the tone compared to Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. It did not match the Justice League Whedon version at all. So I believe like there's no way like Zack Snyder made something like this or this is his vision, which was confirmed with his wife and Christopher Nolan. I don't know if you heard the story, but Zack Snyder's wife and Christopher Nolan, who is the producer of Man of Steel and the executive producer of all the DCEU movies. Christopher Nolan, who in regards to Christopher Nolan, he's a living legend, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
He has a huge fan base. Granted, his last 2 movies were kind of mediocre in my opinion, but he told Zack Snyder's wife, like, hey, Zack can never watch this movie because he'll be completely devastated if he sees this atrocity. So when Christopher Nolan is telling you to not let Zack Snyder see this movie, it's dog shit. So I just found that whole story interesting.
Right? Seriously, dude. And I mean, just think about it. Dude. I think it's unprecedented. I don't know, maybe you can correct me. Anybody out there can comment. Or has there ever been a movie where it was essentially remade and they actually released the original director's cut?
I honestly don't know. This is a monumental achievement, and I've been saying it because partly it was like the fans. It was like the fans versus studio executives and producers and stuff or whatever, and like fans versus the machine, and fans won.
Yeah. And if you think about it, dude, this could set a precedent, dude, because like maybe we'll talk about it later, but Suicide Squad, David Ayer wants to release his cut for the Suicide Squad after James Gunn comes out, of course. But imagine that, dude. Like, what if James Ayer's cut David Ayer's cut for Suicide Squad is like badass? Like
honestly, it could be, but you won't see me hashtag and restore the Ayer cut at all. You won't see me behind that movement.
I know it's not on that level. It doesn't have that prestige. I know, but I think it sets a good precedent that we can see more stuff like this happen in the future.
No, I'm 100%.
What do we have to lose, dude? Is it going to be more shitty than the original version? Probably not. If it does come out.
I heard Jared Leto's Joker has a bigger role to play in that movie. Like a lot of his scenes were severely cut out of the.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a ton. Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah.
I honestly don't know what the point of him in that movie was. I don't even remember what he's done in that movie.
And great actor. He's a douchebag anyways, but that's what I heard.
I was just going to transition to that. We had a conversation the other day on how we're both really not fans of Jared Leto. But what was your take on Jared Leto's Joker of the whole nightmare scenario of the Snyder cut?
I mean, just a couple things. And, I guess it's all in context because they only had how many time constraints to shoot it and whatnot. So, but I think his main thing was the laugh. I mean, I wasn't really feeling his laugh. I mean, it was like, and I'm waiting for it, but worst Joker laugh compared to Joaquin Phoenix, Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill. Like that's, I want to hear something along those lines, but
yeah,
that's his own take on it,
I have no idea what the I have no idea what it is.
And I didn't feel like the chemistry was there, or at least the dialogue maybe wasn't strong enough between him and Batman. Like it just felt, it didn't feel
earned. Like they're going back and forth. Like Joker's talking about killing that universe versions of Robin or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Batman tells him as he's holding, he goes back and forth with him, and he, goes back at Joker and says, well, Harley Quinn, as she's dying, told me to make you suffer, and I will fucking kill you, or something like that. He says the F word.
I was surprised when he said fucking, when he said the F word, the F-bomb, I was like, oh shit.
She begged me that when I killed you, and make no mistake, I will fucking kill you.
Why wouldn't he? Batman shoots people, he kills people. He's gonna say the F word.
I love it, man.
He's gonna say the F word in Zack Snyder's universe.
I love it, dude.
Yeah, that back and forth, it didn't feel earned, right?
Yeah.
It'd have been nice if we had history to that, but it's kind of all speculation. I kind of liked the way he looked. Like he had the long hair.
Yeah, he didn't have the tattoo.
No stupid.
I don't even know if he had the what is it, the grill or whatever, the platinum grill, or
no. Batman probably punched his teeth in, so he had to get it redone. So he's like, just give me regular teeth this time. That's my thing on it. But what was the point of that? I don't know. Maybe Zack Snyder's trying to sell WB that, he wants to make his own Batman movie with the Joker. He's like, here's their chemistry. They got great chemistry, and I'm going to show it to you. I didn't feel it from that scene. And honestly, the whole nightmare scenario, I went into it in my review, my spoiler review. I wanted that scenario to connect to the movies. And it kind of did, because throughout the movie, Batman's had a vision. But in Batman v Superman, you have Flash, and Flash is also in the Nightmare scenario in the Snyder Cut, and he's wearing the exact same armored Flash suit, that he wears in Batman v Superman.
Is. Yep.
My speculation before the movie came out is I thought they were going to have Batman have these random visions throughout Snyder Cut, and it was going to lead into them sending Flash in time to warn Batman that, Lois Lane is the key. And in the end, it was just like Joker and Batman have a one-on-one conversation, and then, all the characters are there, and then Superman shows up and probably kills him, which continuity-wise, I don't get that scene, because in Batman v Superman, you have Batman get captured. Remember, he gets captured and swarmed by all those parademons.
Yeah.
And he's tied up. So I have no idea where this scene of the Nightmare universe takes place with that scene. I'm really confused by it.
Yeah, I don't know either, and I don't even know if there's really supposed to be, any continuity anyways between those two parts, really, But I think he probably did that scene more of as a like a fan service to us, just to have that scene in there for us and just to add something, because I think that whole scene was reshot, dude. Like,
oh, 100%.
Yeah. Like Ezra Miller, the Flash, he filmed that scene when he was on the set of Fantastic Beasts. Like, Zack Snyder directed him through Zoom.
Really? So he wasn't even in the same studio.
No, that's why you see very little. He's not really interacting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he kind of just shows up and doesn't say a word.
Yeah. So I think that's more of a fan service and more of a, like, Zack Snyder wanted to get that scene, maybe just for his own, he wanted that scene to be in the movie. Like, he's like, I'm not doing this fucking movie if I don't get my Nightmare scene in there. It wasn't bad. I mean, overall, it didn't really add anything to the overall story, but I don't think it really was supposed to.
If we would have got an action scene with that scene, like some action,
that would have been epic, dude.
You brought Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke back, and he's an arch nemesis to Batman, and now they're teaming up, and we don't get to see them team up together. That would have been epic.
Dude, did you talk about like how like where Zack Snyder wanted to go and everything with like Justice League 2 and everything? Or
I know you know about it. I know that he kind of had a storyline with Superman's son becoming Batman. I don't. Honestly, I'm not a fan of that. Like,
Superman's son, dude. I don't think it's supposed to be Batman's son, or was it supposed to be Superman?
No. I think that was the original idea.
Too far, dude. Yeah, a little.
I think they wanted to have a love triangle, but I think that was scratched a long time ago. Because I mean, you already had the freaking Martha scene. I don't want to see a love triangle with Lois Lane, Batman, and Superman. And plus, Batman's got a dime piece already. Wonder Woman wants Bruce Wayne. The chemistry between them's obvious in that movie.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
So I don't think, the whole Lois Lane thing, I don't know about that, but I think it was going to take more of an Injustice storyline where Lois Lane was going to be pregnant with Superman's baby. Yep. In some way she dies, and then he turns evil. So I think they were trying to incorporate an Injustice storyline with Superman, which would have been great.
Yeah. That, or what's his name? Lois Lane would have been pregnant. And then, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there, but Lois Lane would have been pregnant, and then she would have died, and Superman would have blamed Batman. So therefore, Superman would have succumbed to the anti-life equation for Darkseid.
Oh, so that's how he's able to control him. Yeah, the anti-life equation, which I didn't really get into, but that's a way to just control all life.
Exactly. And Superman fucking kills everybody. He kills Wonder Woman. He kills Aquaman. I think we saw the deaths in the movie too, or they mentioned it at least. And then Flash comes in, reverses time, so that way Batman dies instead of Lois Lane, and then Superman is like, oh shit, Batman is a fucking man, and then Superman stays good, and then
his son, like Lois and Clark Kent's son, turns into the new Batman.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
Yep. So who the fuck knows what that would look like, dude? Like on screen, like holy shit, man, that's like a mind fuck within itself.
I'm sure he would make it play out well. So you saying all that, like I wasn't a fan of it, but you explaining it, I could see that turning out to be pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of ways. I mean, come on. I mean, the main thing is Superman being bad, like in the Snyderverse.
I do like that.
Who will fuck up some shit, man? You'd see him ripping people apart, man. Imagine just seeing him killing Aquaman or Wonder Woman, dude. That'd be awesome, man.
Well, just the way he beat the shit out of Steppenwolf at the end.
Yeah, dude.
He lasered he was beating the shit out of him, dude. And he
didn't stop, dude. He
didn't stop, and he heat rayed his horn knob, like one of Steppenwolf's horn. He just lasered that right off. So
Fucking
yeah, I love the
awesome, man.
violence. I wanted more
Yeah.
violence, to be honest with you. All right, but we were talking about the end scenes. Let's get into the Martian Manhunter and the whole Bruce encounter at Bruce's lake house. What do you think about that?
Honestly, I can't even really remember their conversation. I think it was like Martian Manhunter was basically like, "I'll be here if you need me," or like, "You know where to find me," or
It's
something.
Colonel or General Swanwick.
Yeah, yeah,
He's in all the movies.
yeah.
Which I went on a little spiel about this in my review. I did not want it to be Swanwick because I know he's the Martian Manhunter. He's the last of his kind. He's the only one left. So it would make sense for him not to get involved with anything. Just him not getting involved in Man of Steel, where Metropolis was almost decimated by General Zod. Just to not get involved with Doomsday killing Superman. He could have helped out there. Whereas he might have helped out with events prior to all this. We don't know. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. I would have been happy if it was another whole new character who just came down, said, "What's up? I want to help out."
What would have been way cooler, and I think what was supposed to happen, dude, was uh Zack Snyder wanted John Stewart instead
Hell
of
yes.
Martian Manhunter,
Hell
dude.
yes.
That would have been cool. It could
Hell
have been the
yes.
same exact scene, but if it was John Stewart, dude,
Yeah, just to have the Green Lantern Corps
exactly, dude.
incorporated, amazing.
Dude, that would be awesome, man. But they didn't want the studio, whatever reason, didn't want
But he filmed it though. He filmed the scene. He said he
Yeah.
filmed it on his garage with an actor casted as John Stewart.
Yeah.
And WB said no. And he almost quit because they didn't allow him to follow through with that scene.
yeah. And he wanted specifically a person of color
Oh, of course, it's John
to,
Stewart.
to be in the movie. So he
I
was
love
like,
John
all right,
Stewart.
who's the next person of color we can put? Martian Manhunter, dude. I
Well,
guess that's
here's
what
my
it
little
pretty much-
spiel about that. WB, they got their heads so far up their ass. It's like they took out Cyborg, who is a person of color. In the Whedon version, he doesn't even exist in the Whedon version.
Let me
He's
bust
just
this
there.
out, dude. Let me we're on the topic.
There he is. Boom, Cyborg.
What did you say he looks like earlier, dude? This is the old school
I
version.
said he looks like a techno version of one of the Village People. Because I hate that whole collar. I hate that whole collar on him.
Man.
Cyborg's not
Fucking-
even in the Whedon cut. And they took out Iris West as well. So that's 2 strikes already for Josh Whedon, right?
And
then here comes-
wait, and didn't he do something with the chicks, right? Like he was like abusive or something or whatever.
Yeah, but that's neither
Yeah.
here nor there. That's a whole
Yeah,
other
I
thing.
know.
We're getting
But
the
still,
we're getting the
taking
POCs
L's
right now.
all around, dude. Taking
Yeah,
L's
Josh
all
Whedon's a piece
around.
of shit, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're getting the people of color here. So he took out Cyborg, like half of his storyline. He took out Iris West, right? And then here comes Zack Snyder with, I'm going to introduce a prominent black character, a really beloved character with Jon Stewart and Green Lantern. And they said no. And then now we have rumors that, or announcements that they're going to remake Superman, get rid of Henry Cavill and make him a black Superman, which, what are we doing, WB? I don't know what we're doing.
That's the whole thing, man. Between them, like, just the sheer like, if you could just
Incompetence,
compare
I
the
guess?
two
I don't
between
know.
Marvel and DC, man. Like Marvel has Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. Like they got their shit together.
It's
You
all
know what
over
I
the
mean? Like,
place.
and it gives us the cool thing about it is that it gives us something to look forward to. It builds anticipation. Like Phase 4, we already know we have like, you know, all the Marvel movies coming up. We know which Marvel movies are coming up, but that builds anticipation. It's organized. It's just it has a lot. It does a lot more for the fans to have something to look forward to. With DC, it's like, all right, we're just gonna throw shit to the wall and see what sticks. Like, you know what I mean? Like we heard this new Superman, whatever, he's black or whatever. I mean, that's cool, but like, how is that really going to look like? Is the story going to be the same? You know what I mean? It's going to be something
I don't
we
know
get
if it's
used
gonna-
to, you know? Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to take place in the same universe as what Snyder's created. I mean, we got so many other, people of color that you could pick as, prominent superheroes who are already established. You got Blue Beetle, Jon Stewart, Black Lightning. You got all these different characters. So,
Yeah.
Black Adam is played by The Rock. Hawkman's black in there, so that's going to be good. And let's transition from the Justice League. We
Yeah.
kind of went into everything we wanted to talk about. I liked it. You liked it. It's amazing. Whedon's version sucks ass. Snyder Cut. The future of the Snyder Cut, kind of hangs on a thread right now. We really don't know if Warner Brothers will. They said they're not going to continue, but that could all change. That could all change with public opinion and pressure.
Exactly.
Let's just talk about what we know, and let's move on with more of the DC universe. We're just talking about, or I was just about to say something about Black Adam. starring The Rock, which awesome casting. We got Pierce Brosnan playing Dr. Fate. What do you think about that?
I think it's cool, man. I mean, I don't know too much about Doctor Fate. I just seen him in the animated, couple of the animated movies. Um,
Well,
uh,
he has the helm of Nobu, and that grants him
that's
all
what
of his
gives him his powers.
I think his name
Right.
is Kent Nelson. I think his name is
Yeah.
Kent Nelson, and that's the rendition that Pierce Brosnan's playing. And that's the most popular one. That's the original.
It's Pierce Brosnan, so I think he'll do the role a service, and it'd be cool. You know, he'll have that English accent because that's all you pretty much see with when he has his helmet on. That's all you hear is his voice.
Yeah, even
Um,
with his age, since he's wearing the helmet, you don't got to worry about him being physically able to do
yep,
whatever he needs to do. So
probably all CGI anyways, dude.
well, there's Doctor Fate and Doctor Strange, and they're kind of comparable because they're both sorcerers or
Oh
whatnot.
yeah, because is he from the Justice Society of
Yeah,
America?
he's one of the original, I believe, Doctor Fate. So
Old school Justice
a bit
Society.
about the Justice League of Society.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that dude. So if they like somehow later on tie that into like all the old school Justice League people, like the old school Flash, you know what I mean, dude? Like if they start doing that, dude,
Do
like
you just have
that
a
would
whole
be
bunch of
cool.
props as T-shirts with all the characters sitting on your side right now?
Yeah, dude, I got
Who else can you
yeah,
pull out right there? Who else
I
you got?
got Aquaman right here. They're all the old school. I'm all about the old school retro original, you know?
Pretty
Got the old
sweet.
school
I
Aquaman,
like it.
dude.
I like
And
it.
then lastly, got the original badass Dark Side, dude.
Dark Side. I do hope we see him again. I do hope we see him again. But
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
Black Adam, Pierce Brosnan. I like that whole casting. Let's get past all that now. And with what just came out today, we just had the Suicide Squad 2 trailer just drop. It's James Gunn. He knows what to do with characters. I mean, you've seen what he
Ensemble
ensemble
characters,
characters
especially.
exactly.
Yeah,
You've seen what he's done with the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's gonna be good, but I just still have the sour taste in my mouth. That is the first Suicide Squad because all
yeah.
those trailers were fantastic. The Comic Con trailer it had like the Bee Gees playing in the background, and then the second trailer had Bohemian Rhapsody to all the characters. I almost at a time was more excited for that than Batman v Superman, just because the trailers were so fantastic. But
And then the movie hit.
we all know how that turned out. The only thing I really
Yeah.
like is Harley Quinn. She's
For
been,
what reasons specifically?
I mean, she's a dime piece, but I do like her rendition of Harley Quinn. Here's a fun fact: Harley Quinn, I think she's been in the same amount of DCEU movies as Superman and Batman. Think about that, minus the Whedon version.
Who would have ever thought that? Like,
Exactly. That's how popular she is, and I do like Margot Robbie.
yeah, she's good, dude. Yeah, she plays her perfect. Like that's what we remember from the animated series, Batman the animated series, dude.
Yeah, it's just too bad her movies suck. Like I still have yet to finish Birds of Prey.
I think it's cool to finally see John Cena, the Peacemaker. I don't know too much, but I really don't know jack shit. I didn't hear about the Peacemaker until until now. He's actually getting his own show too on HBO. They're already filming that. But I guess he's supposed to be like some almost a douchebag version of Captain America.
If somebody said I'd eat every dick until the beach was clean for liberty, I would say no problemo.
Why would someone put penises all over the beach?
Who knows why madmen do what they do?
So it was cool seeing him. The trailer overall, I think it was good, dude. Instead of, with that, you kind of get that vibe that it's a James Gunn movie. You know what I mean? With the ensemble characters and the comedic play between all the characters. I do know that Starro, all my comic book fans out there, that's big ass starfish, which is like the most random thing ever. He goes back to like the 1940s and 1930s. He is the first villain that Justice League ever faced. I actually have a shirt with that comic book cover with that issue.
Is that shirt in one of your shoe boxes hiding in there?
It's in my storage. It's in my storage because I wore it. Yeah.
Is Taika Waititi playing King Shark? Because his name is in the credits, but I have no idea who he is.
Yeah, I could totally see it because remember in Thor he played the Rock dude and he, I
Korg?
forgot that dude's name. Yeah, Korg. There
Korg.
you go, man. That dude was awesome. He was hilarious.
Sean Gunn's
So
in
maybe-
there.
Who?
SeanGunn, James Gunn's
Oh, yeah, he
brother.
plays
He does the
that
motion
weasel.
cap for Rocket
Weasel.
Raccoon.
He plays
He's a weasel
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, yeah.
The weasel
That's
guy.
who he plays. Who is he?
And I don't know what their names are. I have no idea.
His name is Weasel. That's his name.
Oh, that's his name? Weasel?
That's his actual name. Yeah. In the comics, it's actually a criminal who dresses in a weasel costume and does shit. But for the movie, they made him like an anthropomorphic character.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So you know about all these little side characters. Like I know nothing about. Like when that starfish came on, I was like, okay. I did like the scene with the computer nerd guy. He's like, "We got a goddamn kaiju" or something like that. I thought that line was pretty funny, but I was like, a giant starfish? I'm like, what the hell is this about? But you explaining that, I respect the movie even more for that now.
He has psychic powers. The Starro has psychic powers, so we'll see if that really comes to fruition.
So I doubt that's going to be the main villain. So there's got to be another main villain controlling that or unleashing that.
Yeah, I think so, but
probably another like a throwaway villain, because we have all these throwaway characters, and the ensemble cast is huge. Like a lot of people are gonna die.
Oh yeah. No, I already read somewhere. Yeah, there's a shit ton of people that are gonna die. Michael Rooker, Savant. He plays the character Savant. I don't know what the hell he's in there, but yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
I do like Michael Rooker a lot. I like Michael Rooker a lot. I mean, he's dead as Zondu. Zondu's dead, so let's bring him into the DCEU. So I like that.
You got Pete Davidson. Did you see that? You remember him?
You know, I've never been a fan of Pete Davidson, but then I watched King of Staten Island, and I was like, oh, he's all right. I like him.
Yeah,
I still hope he dies in the movie. I wouldn't mind seeing him die in the movie. Suicide Squad 1. One of the main problems I had with that movie is that the freaking music was all over the place. You had scene after scene. It felt like a terrible MTV music video with DC characters incorporated in it. I mean, I didn't know what the hell this movie. It was trying to copy James Gunn, so it's kind of ironic that James Gunn is now the one helming Suicide Squad.
Yep.
I got faith in Suicide Squad. And
we'll see more in the trailers. Might review a little bit more of the story as.
Yeah, you know when that comes out? When did that movie come out?
August 6th.
August 6th,
dude.
We just went through a whole spiel with Justice League, the future of the DCEU, and the newest Suicide Squad trailer. That was actually pretty fun to talk. I like talking about DC and all that stuff. This universe has been so inconsistent. Right now, though, we're at a high within the DCEU with the release of the Snyder Cut. It might be the peak of the DCEU.
Yeah, I think once the Flash movie comes out, that's going to set a lot of the groundwork for the DCEU, because I'm sure they're going off the Flashpoint paradox, and they'll use that as a excuse to like rewrite and like redo a couple things, and then that should lead into more movies. I think that'll lay the groundwork. That'll be the foundation for everything DCEU to come in the future, dude. So, dude,
good thing you freaking mentioned that. I was about to end this show, and we completely forgot about to talk about.
Yeah, dude.
The Flash movie is a thing that's happening. People are casted. Yep. It's happening, and Ezra Miller is playing.
I think
Flash
he's gonna shine, dude. I think he's gonna be like, he might be the next it character. Like, like people are gonna love him, dude.
Especially with that time travel scene, that time reverse scene. Dude. People are loving it. Yeah, then they can mess around with the time too, the timelines. They could explain the multiverse, separate timelines. We could have movies with whatever they're trying to do with the new DC, and then we could have Snyder's verse over here. I'm 100% fine with all of that.
Yep. Like, that's going to be awesome, dude. I can't wait. You know when that movie comes out? I forgot.
No idea. I that's why I recruited you to get me all the facts. Get me and you did pretty good. You did pretty good in this video. This is your debut video.
Not too bad, dude. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
So if anybody knows, comment if you know anything, really. Any
yeah, we're just two guys talking to webcams on a Zoom call.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, dude.
No,
I just
not really.
You invited me, man.
But I think you did a good job, and I think we did a good job establishing this DCEU talk, the franchise, the highs and lows, and the future of this universe. So hopefully everything's positive from here on out with the release of the Snyder Cut. So thank you all for watching this video. Anyone who tuned in, if you liked what we said, post comments down below on anything we discussed a lot. We covered a lot, but yeah, that's the video, guys. Cousin Chris, aka New Balance Collector. All those damn boxes behind you is just ridiculous. But you got anything you want to plug? Anything at all?
Nah, dude. If anybody has some New Balance out there to sell, let my cousin.
You're not slinging New Balance's shoes on my channel, so.
I know, right? Shit,
but yeah,
dude, these are all empty, man. I need to fill these up.
All right, everyone. That was the video. Post your thoughts and your comments down below of anything we discussed about regarding the DC Cinematic Universe. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell and click all. That way you're aware of every time I post something on YouTube. And I will see you all next time. See ya.